Alright. That's good. He answered it. Actually, I was having. Tadi sampaikan menurut,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First and foremost, we thank everyone for coming today. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it such that there's a gathering that happens with so many Muslims together, and we're gathering for a good intention, and we're gathering which pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, on a serious note, so this is not something which is just a celebration. Apart from that, this is also worship, this is ibadah as well. So, without further ado, again, apologies for the lateness. We are trying to do everything with restrictions, and I know that the parents are not here today, but inshallah we have a live stream, so hopefully they can see online. For the itinerary today, we have a few things before we give out the actual results. We'll have a few Quran recitations and some speeches as well, inshallah. So, one of the intentions, especially when the madrasa students come each and every single time to the madrasa, is that they are becoming future leaders of communities which they're going to go into. Every single one of us will have a part to play in our community, a role to play in our community. Everything that we are getting trained for here is very, very important and leaves us a base and a foundation to go out in the world as Muslims, as firm believers in Allah, as followers of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and outstanding citizens of the country as well at the same time. So all of these things put into mind. This is the reason why we're coming to madrasa, to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And obviously, apart from that, apart from the number one intention, or the only intention, secondary is we get to please our parents, we get to please our teachers, we get to please the community as well. So without further ado, inshallah, what I will do is I will call upon student by student to try and read a few ayats in the Quran, inshallah, and then we'll have a different student each time, inshallah. So we'll start off with the boys, inshallah. So we have Fawad, inshallah, to start off our session, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بتقواها إذ انبعث أشقاها فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها فكذبوه فعقروها فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها. صدق الله العظيم.
Next on our list we have, inshallah, we have his brother Jawad, that will also be reciting from the Quran as well.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير. الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العليم الغفور. الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت ارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيها وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير. وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير. إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتيكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير. صدق الله العظيم.
Next on our list, inshallah, we will have one of the younger boys, inshallah, also reciting Quran. So from the second year boys class, we have Adam Ibrahim, inshallah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا أقسم بيوم القيامة ولا أقسم بالنفس اللوامة أيحسب الإنسان ولن نجمع عظامه بلى قادرين على ويسر أيام يوم القيامة فإذا برق البصر وخسف القمر وجمع الشمس والقمر يقول الإنسان يومئذ أين المفر كلا ولا وزر إلى ربك يومئذ المستقر ينبأ الإنسان يومئذ بما قدم وأخر بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة ولو ألقى معاذيره لا تحرك به لسانك لتعجل به إن علينا جمعه وقرآنه فإذا قرأناه فاتبع قرآنه ثم إن علينا بيانه كلا بل تحبون العاجلة وتذرون الآخرة وجوه يومئذ نادرة إلى ربها نادرة ووجوه يومئذ ناسرة تظن أن يفعل بها فاكرة كلا إذا بلغت التراقي وقيل من راق وظن أنه الفراق والتفت الساق بالساق إلى ربك يومئذ المساق فلا صدق ولا صلى ولكن كذب وتولى ثم ذهب إلى أهله يتمطى أولى لك فأولى ثم أولى لك فأولى أيحسب الإنسان أن لن نجمع عظامه أن يترك سدى ألم يكن نطفة من مني يمنى ثم كان علقة فخلق فسوى فجعل منه الزوجين الذكر والأنثى أليس ذلك بقادر على أن يحيي الموتى
Next on our list, inshallah, we'll have Zaid Khan, also from the second year of voice classes, inshallah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء والطارق وما أدراك ما الطارق النجم الثاقب إن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب إنه على رجعه لقادر يوم تبلى السرائر فما له من قوة ولا ناصر والسماء ذات الرجع والأرض ذات الصدع إنه لقول فصل وما هو بالهزل إنهم يكيدون كيدا وأكيد كيدا فمهل الكافرين أمهلهم رويدا.
Next on our list, inshallah, we will have a nasheed, inshallah. So this nasheed is done by Ibrahim. So inshallah, for Ibrahim, you can come forward, inshallah.
مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من أرض ومن عجم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. هزت في الله لم تحزن ولم تهم، هزت في الله لم تهزم ولم تحم، حتى غادت أمة الإسلام في النجوم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم.
Inshallah, next we will have is one of this a speech, inshallah. And now a speech, inshallah. So it's very what we're doing, especially the elder boys. What they've been doing recently in the past term is Islamic history. So we've covered quite a few different time frames of Islamic history, going from the Madini area, the era of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then the conquests of Syria, the conquest of Persia. We talked about the conquest of Egypt, all the way until Spain, and then we reached until the Ottomans. So I covered quite a few different areas of the world which Islam was at its peak and the golden generation. So we talked a lot about these things. Recently we've had a competition as well amongst our class regarding the Islamic history. And the enthusiasm shown, especially just about trying to learn different things. It was a great feedback, especially from the students, where a lot of them are now more interested in what happens or what happened with Islam, with some of the personalities of Islam in the past. So inshallah, we have Noor to try and give us a speech on the Ottomans, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today I'll be talking to you guys about the Ottoman Empire and the conquest of it. The Ottoman Empire was founded by a man called Osman Ghazi, who was the son of Ertugrul, and his mom was Halima Sultan. Osman Ghazi was born in 1258 in Sugut, and he was born in a tribe called Kai in Sugut. And he was a very brilliant rider, and he was very good at fighting. He married a woman called Bilal, who was a daughter of a very famous sheikh called Edibala. Edibala and Osman Ghazi were very good, and they were very good friends. Unfortunately, Bilal could only give Osman Ghazi one child. So then he married another woman called Malhun Hatun, who was a daughter of a very famous Bey of Omar Bey, and gave birth to Orhan, who succeeded the throne after he died. After a few years, there was a sultan called Sultan Mehmed. Sultan Mehmed was the one that conquered Constantinople, and he was the only one that conquered Constantinople. And that time it was very hard to conquer Constantinople. It was covered by big walls, and the only reason why they conquered Constantinople was of the big cannons. The cannon was so big that it took 3 hours to reload. 3 hours. And the Ottomans, they conquered everything around Constantinople except for Constantinople itself. And the Ottomans, the state grew into a mighty empire, expanded deep into Europe, North Africa and the Middle East, with most of the Balkans under Ottoman rule by the mid-16th century. Ottoman territory increased exceptionally under Sultan Selim I, who assumed the Khalifa in 1517, as the Ottomans turned east and conquered Western Arabia, Egypt, and many more. Within the next few decades, much of North Africa coast, except for Morocco, became part of the Ottoman under the Ottoman rule. The Ottomans, they were very rich because every tradesman that was going to trade stuff throughout the whole world, they had to go through Turkey. And the Turkish, they would make them pay for it. And the Ottomans exported luxury goods like silk, fur, tobacco and spices, and had a growing trade in cotton. From Europe, the Ottomans imported goods that they did not make for themselves. Woolen cloth, glassware and some special manufactured goods like medicine, gunpowder and clocks. And they were very rich. They were very rich that they had a lot of cavalry, they had a lot of weapons, cannons, catapults and much more. The last Khalifa and Sultan was Sultan Abdul Hamid II, an Ottoman Sultan from 1876 to 1909. He was a very good Sultan and he would fight back against the enemy, as many people will just let the enemy do what they want, and the Ottomans would then fall. And many people were against him and did not support him and he could not do it by himself. That's why he was the last Sultan. The Ottomans still had lots of land and then was divided by Britain, France, Greece and Russia. At the start of the First World War, the Ottoman Empire was already in decline. The Ottoman enemy entered the war in 1914 on the side of Central Power, including Germany and Austria and Hungary, and were defeated in October 1918. The Ottoman Empire officially ended in 1922, when the title of the Ottoman Sultan was eliminated. Turkey was declared as a republic on October 29, 1923, when Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, he was very bad. He told people not to wear headscarf, so he brought the religion down. From 1881 to 1938, and he was an army officer, and he was the one that founded the independent Republic of Turkey. He then served Turkey's first president from 1923 until his death in 1938, implementing reforms that rapidly secularized and westernized the country. Another reason why the Ottomans went down was because of civil wars. They had a lot of civil wars because of power. Lots of people wanted to be in power and they just couldn't do it, so they had lots of civil wars. And that's how the Ottomans went down. Jazakallah khair, brothers and sisters, for listening to my speech.
Jazakallah khair. So we have a lot of information given regarding Islamic history. And Islamic history is very interesting. How and what they've done in the past. Some of our greatest, the people that were amongst Europeans in Spain, how the Islamic age and golden generation in that time, how they benefited the world. Now there's one main lesson that we learn, especially when it comes to knowledge, and it's got to do with everyone here, is if you look at medieval times, so medieval times you'll find Europe was we call the Dark Ages. It's the Dark Ages where if you find in London or in England at that time, you'll find on the streets, you'll find there's no sewage system. You'll find the sewage on the side of the streets. You'll find there will be no lamp system. The roads weren't paved as well. The way the whole running of the whole Europe, not just London, but the whole of Europe, was in such a bad state, they used to call it the Dark Ages. But there was one bright light in the whole of Europe at that time, and that was in Spain. And in Spain, we find that they had the whole sewage system set up. They had fountains just for people to drink. They had, regarding the system of schooling and universities, this is what they pioneered in. And not only that, there was, if you go into France there, you'll find maybe a few hundred books in one library. A few hundred books in one library. But in Spain, you find hundreds of libraries with thousands of books. Hundreds of libraries with thousands of books. This is the same era. all of the whole of Europe, all of their kings and princes used to come to Spain just to try and learn and go and learn underneath the Islamic scholars. So what they had done is that Islamically they learned their deen and they were the top in their deen. There were scholars coming out of Spain, scholars coming out of places like Baghdad and the Abbasid area as well, where you had full-on scholars and very clever, intelligent scholars leading the way in the whole world. But at the same time, the Muslims were also very high and very intelligent in worldly sciences. Algebra, again Muslims. You find the optics regarding opticians and so forth was again Muslim. Different sciences like astronomy, astrology, botany, things irrigation to do with the ground. All these different things were again founded by Muslims in that time. What was their intention when going to learn? Was I'm not going to discard my religious duties, discard my religion and my religious studies. I'm going to go on top of my worldly studies as well as my religious studies. And this is a big factor in them becoming successful in worldly things as well as religious things as well. So this is one of the lessons that we learn. At the same time, we find the rest of the world, they were kind of hankering behind the Muslims, running after the Muslims because of what they had achieved. In that time, they had the church or whatever the religious power was. They were very high, but the worldly knowledge was very low. And then when the Renaissance happened and the whole change of the church being dropped, the church went low and the religious parts went low, and then the worldly sciences went high. They couldn't have the same at the same time, religion and worldly things. So this is one of the lessons that we learn from the Muslims, that they had both. And this is what every single one of us should try and do, is that don't discard your religious studies, your religious worship, and only focus on your worldly studies, but do both. Become intelligent, become the best in both studies. Religious studies as well as worldly studies in universities and your other sciences that you can go into, and become the best in it. And this is what we learn from the historical dynasties of the past as well. So this is again one of the things that we're learning and hope we expand on in the future as well. And lastly, we have some of the girls, inshallah, reciting some Quran. So we have from the younger girls as well, we have 3 girls. So we have, first of all, I'll call upon Sarah Ibrahim, inshallah, to try and recite for us as well.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فتور ثم ارجع البصر قرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير وأسروا قولكم أو اجهروا به إنه عليم بذات الصدور ألا يعلم من خلق خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير. هو الذي جعل لكم الأرض ذلولا فامشوا في مناكبها وكلوا من رزقه وإليه النشور. أأمنتم من في السماء يخسف بكم الأرض فإذا هي تمور أم أمنتم من في السماء يرسل عليكم حاسبا فستعلمون كيف نذير. ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نقير. أولم يروا إلى الطير فوقهم صافات ويقبضن ما يمسكهن إلا الرحمن إنه بكل شيء بصير. أمن هذا الذي هو جند لكم ينصركم من دون الرحمن إن الكافرون إلا في غرور. أمن هذا الذي يرزقكم إن أمسك رزقه بل لجوا في عتو ونفور. أفمن يمشي مكبا على وجهه أحدا أمن يمشي سويا على صراط مستقيم. قل هو الذي أنشأكم وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون. قل هو الذي ذرأكم في الأرض وإليه تحشرون. ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين. قل إنما العلم عند الله وإنما أنا نذير مبين. فلما رأوا زلفة سيئت وجوه الذين كفروا وقيل هذا الذي كنتم به تدعون. قل أرأيتم إن أهلكني الله ومن معي رحمنا فمن يجير الكافرين من عذاب أليم. قل هو الرحمن آمنا به وعليه توكلنا فستعلمون من هو في ضلال مبين. قل أرأيتم إن أصبح ماءكم غورا فمن يأتيكم بماء معين.
Next, inshallah, on our list we have Muska.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون. أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين. يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون. في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا. ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون. وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض قالوا إنما نحن مسلمون ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون. وإذا قيل لهم آمنوا كما آمن الناس قالوا أنؤمن كما آمن السفهاء ألا إنهم هم السفهاء ولكن لا يعلمون. وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون. الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون. أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين.
ما شاء الله جزاك الله خير. Inshallah, next we have Zawli for next Quran recitation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد الذين طغوا في البلاد فأكثروا فيها الفساد فصب عليهم ربك صوت عذاب إن ربك لبالمرصاد فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما وتحبون المال حبا جما كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأنى له الذكرى يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي.
MashaAllah again. And all those people that recited the Quran and whoever's involved inshallah for the program, I think all was very, very well prepared. very heart-rending as well. Someone who reads the Quran, anyone that reads the Quran and reads it in such a way where how it's supposed to be read, yani with Mahun al-Arab, yani with the way how the Arabs read it with a beautiful tone, with the correct pronunciation, with the tajweed rules. This is one of the most beautiful things you can hear in the whole world. So this is now something that all of the teachers deserve praise for. A lot of the hard work is going from the teachers in the background, and the students are now showing what they can do with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now comes to our last section, inshallah, because all the programs are now finished. So the next section will give out some of the prizes and some of the results, inshallah, and then we will hand out the reports at the end. So during the year, one of our aims is, especially for the for the students, is that they try and memorize as much of the Quran as possible. So they have a memorization section where they memorize the 30th juz, and some have even memorized more, the 29th juz, and more as well. So I'll be giving out some certificates for those who have finished the 29th juz and the 30th juz as well. So when I read out the names, inshallah, they can come forward and take their certificate and also a prize as well. First on our list, inshallah, that have completed the 29th juz of the Quran. We have Zakaria Suleimani from B3, inshallah. Also have from the same class, we have Imad Ahmed, who also finished the 29th juz of the Quran and the 30th as well this year. So he gets also a certificate for that as well. From my class as well, we have Ridwan Hussain, who also finished the 30th juz and the 29th juz. So you come forward as well, inshallah. For finishing the 30th juz as well, just the 30th juz, we have Hifzan from my class as well. From B3 as well, we have Ismail Khan, who's also finished the Juz Amma as well. From B2, from the B2 class, we have Juz Amma completed, Adam. We have Zaid Khan as well. And from the girls as well, we have Amara. Is she here? Amara. We have Dina. And Ismail. We have Sarah, also completed the Juz' Amma by heart. And Maryam Allah. We have also special prizes for outstanding achievement. It's been chosen by the teacher for outstanding achievement and regarding whatever they've done during the year, or something which has been outstanding, or something which has been an improving. So it doesn't mean that where the level was from before and where the level has reached. We have one outstanding student as well. So we have from B3, we have Anas. From B2, we have Abdul Manan. From the girls, we have Zawli as well. Zawli. And from the elder girls, we have Taqwa and we have Somia as well. Taqwa and Somia Ahmed. Somia Ahmed, Taqwa and Somia Ahmed from G4. From G4 we have Taqwa and Somia Ahmed from G4, inshallah. I will give this to the brother, inshallah. Now we're going to go on towards the prizes for first, second and third place, inshallah, for each class. We start with the younger girls class, inshallah. In third place for the younger girls, and this is now overall, where Quran studies and Islamic studies for the midterms and the end of year. We have third, inshallah, for the G1 class, we have Isra. This is G1 class. For the G1 class as well, in second place we have Hafsa. And in first place for the G1 class we have Reem. For the B1 class, In third place we have Yusuf. Yusuf? In second place for the B1 class we have Hassan. And in first place for the B1 class we have Zaid. Now we're going to the G2 class. G2 class we have in third place Musta. In second place we have Zawli. And in first place for G2 we have Sala. In the B2 class. B2 class, in third place we have Adam. In second place for B2 class we have Ayan. And in first in the B2 class we have Zaid. In the G3 class in third position we have Sumaya. Sumaya, G3. In second place we have Maryam. And in first place for the G3 we have Abira. B3 class, inshallah. B3 class. In third place, we have Anas. And in second place, we have Imad. And in first place we have Zakaria. For the elder girls class, in third place we have Dina. In second place we have Eliza. And in first place we have Aisha. For the elder boys class we have, in third place we have Sami. In the second place we have Ibrahim. And in first place we have Fawad. Those are all the certificates that we've given out. For those that are not here, inshallah, we'll try and send it out. For those who are missing today, some are self-isolated, some are gone abroad as well. The next part I'll just mention before we finish up with the reports, and I'll give out the reports to each of the teachers, inshallah. One of the things that next year we'll start, inshallah, in January. Beginning of January we'll start again. And now the next year, a lot of the students have been doing one book, they'll go on to the next book in Islamic studies, and they'll be continuing their memorization and so forth in the Quran, and improving in the Quran. Now one of the things that we are trying to start and initiate, especially with the elder classes, is one of the intentions and targets for the madrasa is that how the youth in the community can be attached to the masjid. In some way, in some form, they should be attached to the masjid. Whatever qualities they have, they can try and use it for the masjid, for their own community, for the benefit. Just like how the people of the past, just like how they use their qualities to try and improve their community and benefit their community. So, one of the things that we're trying to initiate, especially for the elder boys and elder girls, the girls is from the ages of 14 to 16, we want to have a final year course. So this is now the end of their course, which is the next year. They'll do a different, adding more onto the Islamic syllabus that we have. We're going to try and train them up as well. And we have certain training ready for them to try and make them attached to the masjid in some form. Whether it's through the admin, whether it's through volunteering, whether it's through teaching. It could be any one of those others as well that we want to try and introduce towards our students. And this is how the system will go, where we want the younger students to try and develop as much as possible until when they become teenagers. And we find through a lot of experience that I've had and many other of the scholars have had is that when they are, a lot of the students, they come to about the age of high school and they start to drop out. And this is one of the most it's very an age where a lot of the people start to have different thoughts, and the environment has a lot of effect on them. And they need that good environment of the masjid. They need a role model as a teacher, the teachers as role models. They need where the masjid can work in a certain way, where you can help them out and they can help out the community as well. So this is now trying to bridge the gap between that high school period and then the next period, which is the college and universities. And the amount of complaints and the amount of different issues that happen in colleges and universities, people are not ready, or they're not have that foundation, and then they can deviate in different ways. So one of the things that we're trying to do is trying to introduce something where there's a link between that high school period, where they can come and have that environment and that teaching and continue afterwards when they're in colleges and university, they can now give speeches, they can lead the salah, they can give the khutbahs, they can teach other students, they can be volunteering for their local charities and masjids and other things. They can be involved in the masjid, whether it's management, whether it's in the admin system or anything like that. And this is one of the things that we are trying to do, and inshallah it will start in January for the elder students as well. So this is one of the things that I wanted to mention. The other thing that I did want to mention is regarding, obviously this last year has been quite tough for the management, it's been quite tough for the students, it's been quite tough for the teachers, it's been quite tough for everybody. Online teaching is not ideal, but it's the best what we could hope for at this time. So, it's first of all we have to try and whoever has helped out in trying to continue the madrasa, whether it's through our management team, whether it's through our admin team, for all those people that were involved, for all those people that attended the classes, continued reading the Quran during this time, continued learning, continued doing good things. It is a really outstanding job from everybody, and that inshallah the reward will be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for those khidmat, for those people that are doing service to the masjid as well. So that is one thing. Inshallah we have the full intention and full plan to continue in the masjid in January. We have the full intention and full plan to continue in the masjid in January, and we hope to have a certain system set up where we can try and our best to try and utilize the masjid and have classes in the masjid with face-to-face teaching, inshallah. This is the plan. Again, all of the commandments, whether it's from the government rulings, if they do decide to change anything, then inshallah we will update you through the messages and the website as well, inshallah. Regarding the fee system and regarding the payment system is very important for parents as well, to try and make it easy for the masjid instead of chasing them up by making a direct debit. So it's easier, it's coming straight out of the account into the masjid account, and then we can make it easier to run the system of how the management is running, inshallah. I finished what I have to say, inshallah. We have one trustee here who wants to also mention a few words, inshallah.
Somebody has good behavior. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. MashaAllah, I've got one medal. I want to give this medal to make decision all the teachers, or girls or boys, who have all this year good behave in the masjid. The teacher will be decide, not me, and I want to give this medal who is in boys side or girls side. Somebody says, why not 3? Why not 2? I need one good, doesn't matter boy or girl. I leave on to teacher. Just tell me any name, you can just talk each other, and this is the best price. Maybe you got chocolate, maybe we got certificate, maybe somebody have money. If too much, come to me, I can deposit in my bank and we'll give you later on, yeah? If anybody have money, it's too much, yeah? Okay. This is a medal, more than better than money, more than better. Chocolate, you just go home, eat, after a few minutes, the wrapper is there, is rubbish. Yeah? After that, money, your younger brother says, oh, give me £5. Or some father says, oh, I give you fees. When is my birthday, my son's birthday happen? I say to my son or boys or girl, I've got boys and girls as well, 2 girls. His first name is Zainab. She used to come here when we just started. She's married now. She has studied UCL. Now she's working, and mashallah, other one is Hafsa. She went to Islamic school, still going to Islamic school. She's 14 years old. And Qasim, he used to be madrasa, he's run here, and Humar. And whenever there's somebody birthdays in my kit, I say to look, I'm buying meat, chicken, all the food I'm buying, the people eating. Yeah, whenever people go, this money comes to me. Similar money is go all the time. But this medal stay with you. oh, when is the corona happened, when is 2020, somebody from Masjid give me this medal. Maulana Asjad, I'm just waiting from you guys. This one medal is very, very important. I'm here, I'm a trustee of this masjid. And you are a brilliant student. Alhamdulillah, one girl, she came early today. She read, one surah. And I know she's smiling at the moment. Only the one. She came early. And she read it. Other day I gave her hadiah for £10 for buy chocolate. Remember, don't forget. I'm proud of you, girls and boys. Yeah? You are, mashallah, alhamdulillah, our road. You are our future. You are, one day you become trustee. You can be a imam of this masjid. Asjad is going old and somebody from you, maybe somebody have good kiras, he can take over from Maulana Asjad. Come to me, I will be sort out. Yeah? And maybe girl side, maybe head teacher for the future. Because our time is going, passing by quickly. Now is your time. And you are our future. Really, honestly, I believe you. You are our future in this country. We want from this girl from school doing good as well. GCSE, A level, I want to do you good as well. I want to be you will be a doctor, a girl especially. I need to be more girls doctor. When my wife, my children, my girls going to the man doctor, I don't feel like it good. I want to be a Muslim girl, a doctor, engineer. Oh, I want to be our boys, from working in Ealing Council high level, When I need anything from them, they help us. So many happening, so many things. We go to the council to help to the masjid, planning permission or things like that. We need you there, brother. Young girls and boys. We need you there. MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. I'm proud of you. And thank you very much. Is anything shortcoming? Forgive us. And also, I don't forget this, especially for teachers. MashaAllah, you're doing a great job. You are doing really great job. You should proud of yourself. And also that the kid, girls and boys, you should proud of teacher as well. They're coming here, raining days. Some, especially the ladies teachers, they have homework, home, they're cooking food, children coming from school. 5 o'clock is very busy time and they sacrifice time, they come here. From Bilal Masjid, I want to thanks to you. And also, inshallah, Corona will be finished. We want to make inshallah, we're thinking in April or May. We want to be a girl teacher other side and boy this side. We want to make some program here as well. So, Jazakumullah khair, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, we'll have shortcomings, but forgive us, alhamdulillah. And next year we want to be more improved, We want to be more good. Every year we're going good. What do you think? I've got no glasses. You read it.
One special outstanding achievement I mentioned here, Zindabad. Certificate of excellence that acknowledges that our Amir Sahib Muhammad Arshad. So I think that's you.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes. Thank you very much.
A special certificate as well.
Special certificate is very much. Where is who made this ingot? Tell me the names. I've got the like certificate. Oh, thank you. I want to frame and then put it in my shelf. I'm a cricket player, used to be. Still I'm a cricket player. I'm used to be a runner for Pakistan. I'm number 1 in Pakistan, 400 meters. Number 1 in Pakistan, whole Pakistan, I'm number 1. Very good. I'm number 1 in athletics, 400 meter, 48.6. I've got a lot of certificates like that. Okay. Is it chef? You're there? I'll be chef. Okay, Maulana, give me one name, so girls or boys. We want to give this from I don't know, behave. Huh? Everybody say, when I say takbir, ye say Allahu Akbar. Takbir! First boy side. Alright, okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This side. Takbir! Allah! You beat them. Takbir. Number one at the moment. Takbir. One more time chance. Takbir. No man, come on. Takbir. Better. You want to improve yourself? Yeah. Takbir. That's it. Now girls side. All the girls. Takbir. One more time. Takbir. Anas, in your class, best behaved boy, stand up. Stand up. MashaAllah, come this way. From your Maulana, your class, best behaved boy. You decide this honestly. Best behaved who come on time, do good, come here. यहाँ पे एक चिट बनाना है तीनों में से, चार में से, इनके नाम लिख के ना, जो जिसका दिख रहा है उसको दे दो, पेपर दे दो इनको, प्री टाइम टेबल दे दो. Yes, one from you, sit down. Here. From girls, teacher, please give me one girl. Best girl you think? Yes, come on. Okay, Maulana from your class. You have no? All good, mashallah. Your Maulana is very happy. From this boy. No, you tell Maulana. Can you tell the name? Go teacher, give your name to go and go back. Yeah. अपना नाम क्या नाम लिख दो इनका. Okay. Any name? Maulana, any good boys from here?
Sahara.
Very hard.
What's your name? Yeah.
All bad boys, come on, man. You go 6 minutes, come on, tell me. You help me out with the exam? Yes, okay. Sit down, I check. तीसरे को ऐसे रखना है खाली, बस तीसरे को खाली रखना है.
Stand here.
Okay, one of you girls come. Youngest girl come. One of the youngest girls come and pick up one of this. Yeah, come on then. Pick up one from here. Pick one. This 3 there, pick one. You pick one. हो गया. Pick up one. Give me second one. Okay. One is empty. Okay. Saira, she's number 1. MashaAllah. Takbir. She's number 1. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Very good. MashaAllah. Good. Well done. Very good. She is good. This year, been good behave. Award for Saira. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much. Everybody once say Takbir. Oh, thanks very much for coming. And please stay safe listen to your parents, and when whatever that happened here, tell them what's going on in the madrasa, jalsa, your parents. Jazakumullah khair. Don't forget, study is very, very important. Deen and dunya together. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Just before we leave, just make sure that we are leaving in order. So please try and we'll leave class by class, and then we'll go outside. Please try not to hang around outside in groups. This is because we're in a higher tier today. We have to be extremely careful about going outside. Make sure our parents are taking us straight from the door to the car. So please bear with us. It may take a bit of time to try and take people outside. Please follow the rules and the announcements are going to go through, inshallah.
Yeah? Maybe I don't see you next year.
After Rahim. Put it? No. You put like this. Just hide it. Hide it. Hide it in the bag. Sit down there. Your dad coming inside. Ini Are you right?
That's Cambridge. Oh yeah, I see a copy. Come to Buffalo. Oh my God. My